Today's message starts with what I can call is a brief but a very important reminder. And it's to do with healing, it's to do with changing your life. And I was going through some struggles to understand something in my own life, and I was asking questions about it. And one of the main pieces of information that came through in my communion or communication was most people, a big portion of humans right now, they like to just talk about changing their life. They just like to talk about healing without actually doing what is necessary to change their lives or to heal some of the things that have been bothering them. And this, I think it's a very important reminder because it's very easy to talk about it. It's very easy to talk about, I want to do this, I want to go there, I want to travel, I want to start a business, I want to write a book, I want to whatever it is, start a relationship, get married, start a family, change a career, change a job, go to school, whatever it is. There's so many things for us to do constantly. And it's so easy to just keep talking about it. Talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. And the main issue I see is for people that they're just so deeply afraid. So the bigger the fear, the more the people talk about it. So basically, if you want to relocate to another country, for example, that brings up a lot of fear usually. And when left unprocessed, it will literally have the person be in this state of constant going round and round and round in circles, trying to just speak about it with a friend, with a partner, with a consultant, whoever it is. There's so many options, and they just keep talking about it, talking about it, talking about it, without actually looking at why they're so deeply afraid. So the first initial reaction for us all is to suppress the fear because this is how we've been brought up and this is how we've been raised. But the problem is we just keep repeating everything. We just don't do anything. So the actual action step, the guidance that I received was to first understand it, first to realize that this is happening for many people, and this is why many people get so stuck in their lives, and to also have empathy for humans and for myself and others. But it's also important to understand that when you start going through these fears, when you start processing these fears, then the gates open up, the gates of change actually open up, and you're able to move on. Now, some people might even go through a matter of, okay, I'll start something. I'll at least start something. That's already a good step, in the right direction. So I want to relocate, so I will start looking at the tickets. How much are the tickets? Where I'm going to live? Start doing the research of of where and how and whatever. Although the how is not my favorite, but the important thing is to initiate it, to initiate the change. But the initial message also talked about that people even don't want to go there. Even those small steps are and can be really scary if you are drenched in fear. The more fear you have, the less you're going to do anything, even those small steps. So always the first thing is to understand, what am I afraid of? And the fears can be completely irrational, they can also be really subconscious. I'll give you an example of a of a real life scenario. Is a person wanted to move abroad, but they were stuck in a situation where they were actually starting to feel safe because their parents had split years ago, but now in adult life, both of their parents kind of started giving them some sort of care from their side, showing them some sort of appreciation and love in their own messed up way, but still they were getting that feeling, that safety, that security feeling from that situation. And actually what really happened in that moment or situation was the person was actually in there very operating a lot from their child self. That child self didn't want to go anywhere. They wanted to get that love, they wanted to get that appreciation and attention. And that's one of the reasons why they weren't actually following their dreams, and actually their impulse to move and go and take action and move on with their life. It was much better to stay stuck in that feeling. But after understanding that, oh my God, I'm I'm in my child self. I'm a young child right now, with this feeling, with this fear, understanding and giving attention themselves to that part, and understanding even that part. Now they're able to take decisions and make decisions and take action from a much grounded and much mature place. So why I'm sharing this stories, these fears can be completely irrational. They can be subconscious. They can be something you cannot even fathom at first. So they can be really deep and suppressed. And this is the subconscious talking. The subconscious is wanting that attention and love. So this is the first part of this today's message, is to understand where you're at with this, and are there any fears that are stopping you from actually pursuing and doing the things that you want to be doing and pursuing. And are you, I think, again, a good parameter for it is, are you just talking about it constantly? Are you talking about it to this person, that person, constantly? Just, I want to do this, I want to do that, without taking any action. And the second part of this message is, started seeing started seeing this image and vision of a person dropping the ball, and I started hearing like dropping the ball. And dropping the ball can mean many things, but dropping the ball, the message and vision kind of materialized, and I started understanding it's a lot about things we start and do and have started and have done, and maybe a long time ago. And it's because our emotions, they change, our feelings change, our situations change. It's easy to kind of start dropping the ball because of an emotional, you know, be it a letdown or a change, be it a shift. But it's easy to start dropping the ball for something, or of something that you really actually like to do and would like to pursue further. And now you're just starting to drop the ball all of a sudden, Um, Again, for various reasons, but it was a really clear vision and message to keep in mind and to look at, because this can be really costly in a way in a lot of places. And I think and feel that it's important for many of you, because right now the current, let's say, the energetic climate is very potent for dropping the ball. And I think it will be hopefully a reminder for many to keep at it and to keep the ball and to continue with the ball. I think that's it. I'll be here soon.